A summer kitchen caught fire here. What woman is lying down?
Come on, there's some woman lying there. Put out the fire, hurry. Put it out, put it out, put it out. Oh, God. She's lying under the apple tree. I've never seen anything like this. Everything caught fire. I don't know what's wrong with her.
That's all.
Friends, what a day it's been, huh? It all started calmly, as usual. Dima went out. Good morning, friends. You're on the Chernishny Kutor channel. Here, a family lives in the forest. What do we want to do today? You're probably seeing this cold extension for the last time today. We're taking it apart. And instead of it, our task is to build a warm corridor, which will be twice as big as this cold extension. That's it. And today, the job is to take apart the roof. Meanwhile, Dima is removing the glass panes. And we're taking apart the roof. And I think, well, since we're taking apart the roof, it's such a visible job, it'll be seen from the drone. I went out and filmed the first 3 minutes. We keep taking it apart. I filmed the next 3 minutes. We keep taking it apart, and then we launch the drone and there's smoke standing there. The smoke bomb is just standing there.
Honestly, I thought the neighbors had set something on fire over there, like they were just burning something because the smell was like that.
The neighbors are burning something, just some nonsense. But then I thought, no. Well, there's a drone, okay? If there wasn't a drone, I wouldn't have even gone there. What's the point of walking around there? Maybe someone set something on fire. I fly the drone over and see a fire pit, a fire, and everything is black. The grass is burning. We quickly throw everything in. We throw everything in, get in the car with Valentina, and drive up to those farmsteads. We rarely go there, we never actually go there, to those neighboring farmsteads.
Yes, because there's never anyone there.
The neighbor comes sometimes. Yes, in one of the farmsteads nobody lives, and the other neighbor comes sometimes. Right? Sometimes. She visits for blueberries, greeting Irina, Dmitri, Galina, and Dmitri. We never even shared phone numbers. That's how it is. So it turns out we arrived there, and we were just in a panic right away.
Oh, people, everything is blazing. It's just terrible. Everything is on fire.
There was very little left of our house.
It's terrible, really. I've never seen anything like this before.
Call the firefighters, that's it. I said, wait. Maybe someone is putting it out there right now.
What do you mean? Wait, you should have seen it. Everything was blazing over there. And he kept saying, just wait a little longer. Wait, let's wait a bit more. Let it burn a little more over there. Let it burn.
I think maybe someone is putting it out.
The neighboring house caught fire. The wind might have been blowing the other way, preventing the fire from reaching her house. Anyway, if they're putting it out, I don't know. Well, what can we do here? We can't do anything ourselves. It's burning and burning, getting stronger and stronger.
Maybe I should call the firefighters.
People, there's no one.
And we walk around. People, there's no one. People, there's no one. So, we walk around those farmsteads. People, is anyone there? Is anyone there? There's no one. We're already out of breath ourselves and looking around. That's how it is. Well, the grass is burning. Somewhere over there, the pines are burning.
Visually, all the houses are standing intact. Nothing, only...
The summer kitchen is on fire. We rush towards it immediately.
Just a little corner.
Well, 2 little corners. We immediately grabbed buckets and started putting it out. We're putting out these little corners, putting them out, right?
And then I realized that I see someone lying under the apple tree.
So something caught fire. Some kind of summer kitchen caught fire here. What kind of woman is lying there?
Come on, there's some woman lying there. Put it out. Hurry, put it out. Put it out. Put it out. Oh God, she's lying there under the apple tree. People, I've never seen anything like this before. Everything caught fire. I don't know what's wrong with her. She looks kind of beaten up or something.
That's our neighbor. What's wrong with you? How can I help?
What happened? She may have been trying to reveal everything, but I'm not sure.
Give me the phone number. Let's call.
Call for help.
And we were like, Dima, there's someone there. And I'm still thinking, who's there? I look, and there's some woman lying down. I say, are you okay? Is everything all right? And
She answered like a drunk person as if you approached her.
I was thinking with disgust. Just a drunk woman. Our first thoughts can be harsh.
I was thinking something like, wow, she's really bold. Just came onto someone else's property. I was even looking for her bicycle, wondering where it was. I thought she just rode onto someone else's land, set it on fire, and went to sleep under the apple tree. Those were the kinds of thoughts I had.
I initially thought it was just a drunk person. After taking a closer look, we realized it was the neighbor.
I thought our neighbor was there, but realized it wasn't her.
I called the fire department 3 times. 3 times. The first time, I just called them. The second time, I told them we found a person. The third time, I explained that she was badly burned. And she really was burned. Just a minute or two later, we realized that
This neighbor, she was badly burned, and she had inhaled all that smoke.
she was intoxicated by carbon. Well, by carbon monoxide. She wasn't drunk from alcohol, and that's it. We started pouring water on her. She said, "Don't, it hurts." But we kept pouring water on her. That's probably where it all started.
First, we needed to understand how badly she was burned and which parts of her body were burned. Is she our neighbor or not?
Yes, she's our neighbor. Her hands are burned. I'm pouring water on her. Of course, she's resisting. Well, I don't know. You see, she has blisters on her hands.
Oh, God.
The ambulance is on its way now.
God, her lips are burned.
I called an ambulance, don't worry.
We called, don't worry.
I'll go call again and let them know.
Oh God, Dimka, get more cold water. Oh my God, why didn't you call us? Oh my God. What can we do with her? Can we move her? What can we do with her? I realized she was burned and knew I had to act. I got a blanket and pillow and we laid her down. She began feeling ill and started vomiting profusely. I gave her some water. I kept pouring cold water on her. I found some kind of scarf for her, soaked it, and put it on her head. I kept pouring water on her, pouring and pouring without stopping.
Meanwhile, I called the guys so they would come quickly with buckets, and then we started putting out the rest of the fire with buckets. Pour water, come on. Pour water on all these pines all around. I'm with a woman. She's vomiting. We turn her on her side and pour some water on her. It's poisoning. She says it's gas poisoning. Smoke. Ugh, guys, it's a mess here. Anyway, it seems like we managed to save the woman. We're going to water the forest. I'm going to help. The fire covers about 1 or 2 hectares. The fire department is on its way now. Friends, it's extremely hot here, with temperatures reaching 33 degrees in the shade, not to mention the bonfires. There's not much one can do alone. However, it appears we were able to rescue the woman, which I suppose is the most crucial thing. I'm not entirely sure, friends. Here, we're pouring some water. She's acting like she's drunk. At first, we thought maybe she was drunk, even though she's not like that. That's it. It's awful. Though only about 3 minutes have passed, it feels like forever. The ambulance and fire truck seem to be taking an eternity to arrive. There are even gunshots, likely from leftover hunter's cartridges. That's the situation. Come on, Dima. We're saving the pines too. We're saving the forest. A drop in the ocean. Let's carry it again. Yeah, it was the slate that made the noise after all, not the hunter's bullets. The slate is lying under the pine tree. The fire truck arrived quickly, maybe 15 minutes. Even though it's a long way to get here through the woods. You can only get here through the woods, probably.
They said they were very glad for the signs, which they followed to arrive.
The fire truck and ambulance arrived at Chernishny Kutor, guided by the signs. They said we would have gotten lost in the forest, as it was impossible to find even on Google. So our signs, these ones, Chernishny Kutor, really saved us.
Sajenka and our signs helped, as there wasn't enough water nearby to put out the fire. They had to go far to get water.
All the ditches are drained.
The area was about a hectare. That is, about a hectare of grass. And there was a shed. Some kind of ruined shed. It was deliberately destroyed.
But the flame was very big. A lot of things would have caught fire from it if it hadn't been put out.
Okay. Where's the phone? Where's the phone? Where's the phone? Here's the phone. Yeah. I think they saved someone. I hope they saved the person, too. Phew, what a day. The girl in the ambulance says something interesting. I never thought I'd meet you under these circumstances. She suggests reviving someone nearby.
She was like, I love you so much, I love you so much.
She put in the IVs, good job. Her too, she's smart, thank her too.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't understand how there are so many coincidences. Why is it exactly us, as bloggers, who ended up in this situation? Why is it that, well, there are so many things that just happen to work out. Why did we happen to have a drone at exactly that time? It's good that we had a pond, so we could get water. It's good that we specifically, just half an hour more, and the entire village would have burned down, and the woman would have died. Only half an hour, right?
Half an hour, yes.
If we hadn't launched the drone, we would have just thought, well, it's burning and burning. What's the big deal? Someone's just having a campfire.
Yeah, there was some smoke rising, just a little. It wasn't very strong. You couldn't see it behind the forest.
The wind was blowing that way. It's just that the drone saw it. That smoke was only visible from the drone. That's how it is, friends. We got really anxious.
Yes, I ran around so much. It was panic, pure panic. It was really hard.
The chairwoman required everyone to demolish neglected houses. She maintained her own house, always keeping it neat and tidy. This year, she began re-registering the house in her name. So, it's not like they were some kind of troubled family or anything. They kept everything so neat. There was a little lawn, flowers everywhere, really.
I checked and everything appeared fine there. I'm unsure why she began going to that place.
Well, it was always clean there, really spotless. Well, they definitely won't put me in jail, right? My cheeks are burning. I'll get into the pond and can't get enough of it.
Because we were running around there. The fire, the smoke, all of it right in our faces. And we were running around there, putting it all out. Of course, we'll go there again today. We have to, if we see smoke somewhere.
The firefighter said so, yes, we'll put it out.
Yes, we'll put it out.
It can keep smoldering for a whole day, even a whole 24 hours, especially that burned down shed. Do you know what the firefighters just said? Don't call me anymore.
So did they put it out?
They refueled 2 trucks several more times.
There's still smoke coming out over there.
If it had been another half hour, those 2 farms would have kept burning for that additional time.
Yeah, and nothing would have been left.
And our neighbor Helena, I think no one would have been able to save her either. It's good that Ilya gave us the drone. We checked it out with the drone.
Ilya, thank you so much.
Ilya saved a life and 2 farms.
Yes. That's such a big area, that's all.
But it's like it didn't go onto the territory of the forestry.
But I'm glad that we helped, that we saved it.
There is very little water left.
Yes, yes.
She was protecting her home, and by the time her lungs were completely burned, her hands were just covered in blisters.
Yes.
Then she just fell down, and that was it. She didn't even answer our questions.
We didn't even recognize her at first. We thought she was a stranger.
We got scared. We thought some drunk woman had come in, set something on fire, and lay down.
She merely mumbled, "Ma, ma," without providing any real answers.
We were shocked to see a brazen woman trespass onto our neighbor's property, set everything ablaze, and then just lie there relaxing.
Yeah.
Those were our first thoughts. Then, when we turned her over, we saw it was our neighbor. Then, when we undressed her a little, we saw that our neighbor was burned, and that's when we started to panic even more. We kept pouring water on her and called the firefighters, who said there was nothing else we could do to help besides using water. Well, she really started choking on her own vomit, so we turned her on her side and gave her some water to drink. But she wasn't really aware of what was going on. You pour water on her and she says it hurts.
I was repeatedly pouring water on her.
She says it hurts. It hurts.
I watched over her, I really did. I brought her a pillow and a blanket and everything, and of course I took care of her.
I don't know. You know, we never had so many troubles until we moved to the farm and became bloggers.
Well,
In 1 week, our dog got bitten. The video before last. Our dog was bitten by a viper. The last video, scammers called us. And in this video, we have a fire. This isn't a normal situation. I'm confused about what's happening.
I don't know, I was so shocked I even cried, and for me it was just...
Yeah, and it even started burning. Not just the dry stuff, but look, even the green grass started burning.
Yes.
Because right now it's 35 degrees in the shade outside, and the green grass started burning. That is, look, here.
And here's the station. If it caught fire, there's oil there.
A power station. Yes, there could have been problems there too.
We wouldn't have had any electricity.
From the drone, thank God, we noticed all of this.
We noticed it and immediately flew out. As soon as I saw all of this, I flew there and back right away.
It's still smoking in several places, so it doesn't start up again. This is the most important spot here. Val, you show me what's going on with your legs there. Take it out. Yours?
Mine, yes.
She was just protecting her buildings. She just, you see, stopped them as best she could, kept stopping them until she started feeling bad and collapsed unconscious on the ground. It was only about 1.5 meters away from the main house. Now, you might ask, why didn't Galena call the firefighters right away herself? Why didn't she call, for example, or ask the neighbors for help? I understand her very well. When we had just moved to the farm, we had only just put down a deposit for this house. We hadn't even bought it yet. We were looking around too. Over there was a pile of branches lying around, and over there, another pile of branches. We decided, well, not we. I decided to set them on fire. Valia wasn't at the farm, only my mom and Vanya. The two piles merged, and the wind carried the fire toward the forest. We spent about 2 hours putting out the fire, which spread over 70 acres. The well ran dry, so we had to carry water from the pond for 2 hours. Mom was panicking so much, she said, "Dima, call the firefighter and the beekeeper." I told Mom not to panic and that we'll put it out now, assuring her that everything will be fine. And of course, you're also afraid of fines, because, well, the firefighters, of course, can definitely give you a fine. I understand her very well. I really sympathize with her. And now, we know that in windy weather, in hot weather, we would never in our lives light a fire in the forest now. We got burned ourselves. We got burned by this. We will never make a campfire. We have a couple of such piles per hectare lying around. Let them lie there, I think, until winter. Until autumn. It's better to burn it in winter with some kind of tire than to set it on fire now in this heat. And of course, in the forest, the pond really helps. If it weren't for the pond, then... We narrowly saved the house from a fire in the past. As a firefighter now, it would still be challenging to respond if it happened again. Of course, the nearest pond, that is, the pond, it saves us in the forest.
And it seems like there's a lot of space, right, when they took down the wall. But before that, the room was small.
Well, now it will be like this. Now it will definitely be big.
It will be a complete room.
The steps, that will be our space.
Wow.
A 3-story building.
No way! Well, they haven't been there this year, have they?
No, the other day.
And there's still a little bit left there, you see? And there's something here, too.
Wasps too.
What's there?
There's all sorts of things here. Take a look. We'll likely uncover more today.
Insos?
This is for us,
Oh, from the lamp? Yes.
from the lamp. Well, I found the shampoo. Shampoo. A concentrated liquid washing agent. Listen, we really live quite a life here. Our artifacts are some bottles, jars, de Clorvos. The Intex product. De Clorvos made in Vilnius. Little pieces of paper. A razor blade, as always, jars, cologne. So, well, let's set up the formwork for our foundation. If we're talking about the house, then it's like this. If about the foundation, then it's like that. Well, the foundation was about 15, maybe 10 centimeters thick, but we need it to be 20 or even 30 centimeters for the block. Here. But this wood, Val, I'm not tearing up this floor yet so we can walk on it, because we're not going to pour the floor today anyway. So we'll walk on it for a couple of days. The main thing for me today is to set up the formwork.
And why are you doing it like that?
We just measured it. So it turns out these steps are higher than the level of the dry screed in our house.
Wow.
The numbers are up, so we need to bring in the high-pressure team. And they'll say, your steps are higher. So 2 years ago, they were like this. We added more, made them even, because they were falling apart. Now maybe if we just remove this, it'll be fine. Well, that's it, friends. Evening has come. Everything you planned, we've done. We set up the formwork, and tomorrow, we'll pour the foundation. Instead of this little old room, there will be a big one like this.
How big will it be?
Well, 4 by 4, 16.
It will be a big room.
Well, there will be about 16 squares. It will be like a corridor. Everything is fine. Galina's niece came. Galina. Her condition is of moderate severity. She's coming to her senses. Phew. Thank God. She will live.
We are satisfied. We helped. We saved the person.
If it weren't for the extension, which had to be removed from top to bottom, it could have been a real tragedy. But as it is, it's just a small trouble. That's how we get into all sorts of scrapes. Either a snake bites someone, or scammers call us. Today there was a fire. What will tomorrow bring?
We don't know.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Listen, everything is still smoking here. Everything is still smoking. Let's stop by and see what's here. The firefighters said it will still smoke a little more. Still, come check it out. It's kind of scary, everything is smoking.
Everything is smoking everywhere, yes.
So it doesn't catch fire again.
In a new way.
Where else is it smoking? Right here. Nida. It's us. Nida. But we can't put this out. They poured out 3 fire truckloads here. Does it help? It won't go out. It won't stop burning until it burns out completely. But there's nowhere left to go. It'll just finish burning out now, that's it. Well, they said it would keep burning for another day. They didn't put it out here. They didn't put it out. Well, we're clearly not going to put it out either.